the monkey occult. So, Bernice is dead.
She is. There's
May I
blood everywhere.
offer you a cup of this bubbling liquid?
Look, I just want to wrap my head around what this building is here, because we had to walk down 3 flights of stairs, we had to cross some subway tracks, we met a mole man, and then suddenly we're in this weird place. What is it you do here?
I train people in the monkey occult. You see, officers, for a long time now, monkeys have been confined to zoos. Not only are they kept in cages, sometimes behind glass partitions. It's demeaning, and it's time that the monkeys of the world rose up and took back their power. They were the original species, you know.
Oh, okay, this guy's a Planet of the Apes fan, huh?
I like the prosthetics.
Okay, you made a whole career out of this.
Yes. It's been my life's dream to find someone who can be so in tune with the monkeys that they would be able to finally break the species language barrier, communicate with them, and lead the revolution.
How does Bernice Madoff fit into this puzzle?
Bernice Madoff was the one. As soon as I saw her at the zoo training the monkeys that day, I knew that I had found the one. I took her under my wing. I tutored her in the arts.
Wait. Oh, tutored. Sorry. Go on.
What did you think I said?
Tutored.
I didn't say tooted.
All right, so you tutored her in these, occult monkey arts. You were going to help her take over the world with the monkeys?
Yes. Yes, we were only days away from the big breakthrough in which the language barrier would be pierced and communication could begin. But we had rivals.
You know what, Alvarez? I don't know if this guy did it, but I feel like he needs to be behind bars. Just, you mind him run down to the station with us?
I'll talk to you if you want, but you didn't have to throw that on the floor.
I'm sorry. All right, right this way. 27th Precinct, interrogation room.
So you were saying rivals?
Yes. You see, there is also a very powerful underground squirrel occult. And that occult is led by a woman. A woman who wants to see squirrels rise up and take the mantle of leadership. Can you imagine the ridiculous nature of squirrels ruling the world?
You know, that's not the idea in this room that sounds a little nuts to me.
All I'm telling you is that Victoria Swanson, Squirrel Whisperer, had every reason to kill Bernice in order to prevent the monkeys from reaching ascendancy and bring her rodent little squirrels in before them. And not only that, but Victoria Swanson is a master of the imaginary arts.
The underground nightclub called the Laundromats. full of dancers. Spin cycle. Spin cycle. Rinse. Rinse. And dry.
Excuse me. You happen to know Miss Swanson?
Anybody?
Huh, Miss Swanson,
Why'd you get on your knees?
you speak her name. You must all kneel. Kneel.
This floor is filthy.
Yes.
It's covered with...
He said kneel.
All right. Hey! Look, we're in the law here, all right?
We're kind of surrounded by them. Let's just do it.
Miss Swanson.
You come into my mantra and you obey my rules.
Her house, her rules.
I'm not going to do it.
I like this one. Hi.
Hello. So you're the squirrel lady.
I mean, I prefer the term squirrel goddess, actually.
It has come to our attention that you had a rivalry with the monkey people.
Well, I mean, obviously. Have you met monkeys? They're disgusting. They're dirty. Who has a poor thing to say about squirrels? Everybody loves them.
Bernice Madoff was murdered 2 nights ago.
Well,
We understand that she used to come here a lot.
I honestly think she was here trying to get intel. But, you know, people think monkeys are so smart, but we're smarter.
We also understand that she was going to be out of the picture soon, going to France. But she actually was out of the picture because she's dead now. You know anything about that?
Well, I may or may not have connections in France that I was trying to get her to leave to, if that's what you mean.
Right. So, she's all set. She's going to be shipped off across the pond. She's murdered. It's really curious.
Nice imaginary set of knives here. Are these for decoration or have they been used recently?
Oh, absolutely. Decoration, imaginary knives, but if you're interested, my imaginary whips and chains are over on this side.
I'm married to the job.
So, officer, what you're asking me is, did I plan for her to get transferred to France and then murder her before she can move? The answer is no. Why would I do that?
And, maybe she had switched sides. Maybe she was a squirrel at some point. Now, because of her expertise in training monkeys, she found herself in a better position with the other team.
She thought they were more powerful than us. She thought that their magic was what was going to change everything.
And that made you upset.
Of course it did. Wouldn't that make you upset?
Absolutely. And then you grabbed one of your imaginary knives. You took her out to somewhere in New York. And you stabbed 3 times in the chest.
Sounds like a great story you have there. It's all very imaginative.
But I'm sure you don't mind if I take one of these imaginary knives. Just to see if maybe it matches the entry wounds?
If I said no, would it make any difference?
Probably not.
Let's go check the medical examiner.
Medical examiner's office.
Well, Detective Alvarez, I want to apologize first of all for identifying this as a male body. I saw an imaginary organ and I just made a conclusion. I apologize. It's a female. And
I made the same mistake.
Taffy, you gotta get out of the lab sometimes, okay? Fluorescent lighting's getting to you.
it's really taking a toll on me. And this whole imaginary weapon situation has been very trying. Now that you brought in an imaginary knife, it all makes sense. Because these imaginary wounds, well, I was trying to piece it all together. I was imagining all kinds of weapons. And I never even thought of an imaginary knife. But look, it matches exactly. I wanted to show you something else. I'm going to roll her body over. this leg. These are squirrel claw marks going up the leg to approximately the location where a squirrel could hoist an imaginary knife into the area of the wound.
Wait a second, Kathy. Wait a second. Wait a second. Are you suggesting that a squirrel killed this woman?
I'm putting 2 + 2 together.
Kathy, we can't arrest a squirrel. The handcuffs wouldn't fit.
Not after Squeaky versus Michelson.
Don't bring that up. Squeaky was actually not a squirrel. Squeaky was a minx.
Is that a primate? I'm all
I
confused
don't
now. Okay, so you're saying a squirrel did this?
I'm saying that something with squirrel claws clawed their way up the decedent's leg and hoisted an imaginary weapon into the decedent's chest. Whether it was a squirrel or someone holding squirrel claws and using them as mechanisms to make their way up the leg.
Wait a second. The squirrel lady, she trains squirrels, doesn't she?
I think that would make sense, yeah.
And she has the imaginary knife set, doesn't she?
You know, it all adds up. Maybe we should bring her in.
It's at least enough for a warrant.
Thank you, Kathy. Again, get outside sometimes. Squad car. Swanson in the back seat. You don't look too nervous back there, do you?
You should probably pay attention to the road.
Say, Alvarez, have you noticed that all the trees that we're passing seem to have a lot of squirrels in them?
I have felt an uptick in squirrel presence, yes.
You know anything about this? What is that? Is that Taylor Swift? I'll put on the album if you want. So! Did you see that? What was that? Something just jumped out from that tree.
It was either squirrel-sized or primate monkey-sized. I don't know.
Ah! Alvarez, they're jumping on the car!
Look out!
Punch it! She escaped! We're in Central Park. Ah, jeez.
How did you drive through Central Park?
I don't know. Look, we gotta find her, okay? All right. Look, her tracks go this way. What's that sound? It sounds like a squirrel.
No! Squirrel lady, we know you're here.
Wait, do you hear that? She's singing again.
Is it weird? We know it was you. We have you with the imaginary knives. They match the murdered body.
Hey, Alvarez, look at that tree. It has a big hole in it. Do you think we should go in?
Into the hole.
Look at the footprints.
I guess that's where she went. Hold my pistol. It's pretty wide in here. You can stand up. Ah!
What's going on in there?
Give me my weapon. Hands up.
It's not big enough.
Well, hands there. You're under arrest for the murder of Mrs. Maida. Everything you say will be used against you in the court of law. Can you please just climb out of the hole?
Interrogation room.
I get you some assorted nuts?
Look, Swanson, this doesn't look good for you, okay? You had your squirrels attack 2 officers of the law.
If I find out those squirrels were in your payroll.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, imagine if your lieutenant found out you lost your suspect due to squirrels? That doesn't look good on you, does it? Huh, 2 of New York's finest, what I mean finest. Losing your suspect to squirrels.
Look, it's not the best look for us, okay?
But it doesn't matter, because we have you dead to rights. We have the imaginary knife matching. And we have... What else do we have?
Look, we just want to know.
Alvarez, Tice. It's me, the medical examiner.
Oh, Travis, do this outside.
Okay. I wanted to let you know I found some imaginary fingerprints on the imaginary knife.
They match hers.
They don't. Unfortunately, her prints are much smaller. She has the prints of a size of a squirrel. These prints are bigger, more like a primate.
So we have to let it go.
What can I say?
The New York Zoo.
Hello, my baby monkeys.